All right, welcome. Um, so, this is hasn't been easy. You know, I try to put out a video every day, and there's some days I just can't. Um, but I'm still, one or two, sometimes four viewers, and it's okay. I'll keep putting them out there because the message is more important. Um, it gets more important every day as we get closer to this election. A few points I'm going to talk about. I want to about the interview Bernie Sanders had with Anderson Cooper, which, you know, there was really no tough questions, of course. There was a lot of answers that Anderson Cooper could have came back. And instead of sticking to the script, he could have came back and asked him to really follow up on some of the things. But I look at some of the like Twitter feeds and some of the Facebook um, responses out there. And the one thing I did notice is that people were saying that Bernie Sanders' praise of Fidel Castro's literacy rate is retarded. That's just stupid. Okay, he made his people have higher literacy rates to enslave him. He put most of his dissidents, anybody who was against him, locked them up or they had him killed. What was the purpose of educating the people to read if you weren't going to allow them to have a voice? It's just like saying, vote for Bernie Sanders, everybody's going to get a new Ford F-150. Or, yeah, vote for Bernie Sanders um, guarantees you entrance into school no matter what grades you have, no matter what, you know, uh, place in society you're in, you're guaranteed you'll get into college without taking a placement test or anything. So what I'm saying is that giving people literacy is not the equivalent. It's not giving them freedom. Yeah, they learn to read. If you can't use what you've read in your society because you're oppressed, then what's the point? The argument that people supporting Bernie on the fact that he agrees with Castro on literacy rates is just it's a we've gotten dumber. And this is a design plan. This is a design plan. It only takes one generation to ultimately wipe out what we've had for 200 plus years. And it literally could take this generation of millennials to wipe out what we've had for 200 plus years. And nothing is perfect. Humans are not perfect. There's not going to be a utopia, no matter who you put in office. There's no such thing. It's not going to happen because you're always going to have people who have more and people who have less. That's just the nature of things. It's like that in the wild kingdom. It's like that in the insect kingdom. It's like that in the oceans. Okay? That is just the way it is. It's like that in the cosmos. Okay? Some universes have more stars than other universes. Some universes, some galaxies have more planets than other ones. Right? That's just the way it is. It's the force of nature. And so the idea that Bernie's gonna become president and there'll be a utopia in this country is absolutely nonsense. That we will be under more oppression and less freedom. I guess that's the same thing, but I guess there's no other way to enlighten people that what he's offering is nothing but us giving up everything that we've had for 200 plus years. And I don't know at any other time that I've lived that I ever felt like there's a sense on both sides, would it be left or the right, or say all three sides, all the communist socialists that are running right now. I don't think there's ever been a time where we all feel like this election will be the end of America as we know it. It's for each of us, for the right, the left, ones in the center, um, the communist socialists that are running, and all the people who follow them. If they don't win, they'll feel like they need to have a revolution. Um, if they do win, and everybody who has been in this capitalist system and believes in it will ultimately lose, and companies will just not do business with America, basically. I mean, of course, you're going to get countries that have a strong socialist following trying to back certain Sanders with money, and try to help the government here and make it even more communist than what it seems like it's going towards. But ultimately, every company that does business under a capitalist system will take their money and run. They're not going to let these communists come and take what they work for. They're just going to go leave. They're going to leave the country, and you're going to see not a recession. You're going to see a Great Depression, and it's going to last 10, 15 years, possibly. It's not going to be a FDR moment where we're going to have a depression and it's going to be the roaring 20s. That's not going to happen. That's not going to, we're going to be in it, and it's going to be like Venezuela, and it's going to last from 10 to 12, maybe even longer than that, where no one's going to want to do business in America. No capitalism gone. They're not going to want to do business here. Why would they? I mean, so once the wealthy have taken all their money and the communists have depleted all the taxes out of everybody, what's left? Because companies are going to not want to produce. People who innovate are not going to want to innovate because there's no reward. I mean, I could see whole states that are very rural having no lights, no gas, nothing. Like there's going to be like great migration from like rural communities or like small towns that will just go right out of their whole towns, whole communities will just go right under. They won't have anything. There won't be no commerce whatsoever. There won't be a pharmacy. There won't be a grocery store, or gas. There won't be anything. They'll all migrate to big cities. Well, you're going to see cities like Austin, Dallas, New York, Boston. These cities are just going to have masses of people, and it's going to be really bad. This is not foreseeing. This is what will happen. It will happen within those 10 to 12 years where people are just going to migrate to the coastal states and into major cities. And then the rest of the country, like you're going to fly over and it's going to be complete darkness. Because, you got this Green New Deal. So there'll be nothing but complete darkness over the rest of the country. There'll be states like Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, all these rural community states, there'll be nothing but blackness because there won't be any commerce there. There wouldn't be a reason for rural communities. And then people don't want to produce if they're not going to be rewarded. So anyway, that's just one thing. Just really quickly, because I don't want to make the video too long. The government right now, it doesn't matter if Donald Trump, let's call him the deep state government, the government that existed um, after Reagan, the Bushes and the Obamas, the Clintons. They're systematically killing people now, and they're doing it in our face. And there's no recourse. They just don't care no more. I think they even will admit that they are killing people if you put a microphone to their face, because they think that the American people will support it. This is almost like we're ushering in a new um, system in America that is almost like Cold War era kind of espionage. What CIA and NSA, all these companies, all these intelligent agencies weaponized to kill people who speak up against them, and it's happening. And we've been seeing since Trump's election that a lot of people have been suicide, and it's scary. Anyway, I'll leave it there. 12-minute video. It was a little too long, but if you stayed with me, thank you. Please comment. We'll talk again.